Businesses on the brink of ruin. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article from news.com.au. So lockdown on the northern beaches sees businesses crippled with mounting money woes. If we jump over here to Google Earth, we can see the northern beaches of Sydney, well, which are in trouble. And it's going to be tough for these businesses. Owners describe the devastation the stay-at-home order is having on their companies as revenue is hit hard and debts mount up, with calls to keep them afloat. I mean, this has happened all throughout the world, guys. Small business owners are the ones paying the price for this, sadly. I'd hate to be in a cafe or a restaurant. At previous videos, we were looking at examples where people were giving away businesses. You know, here in Brisbane, fish and chip shops, fit-outs worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. People just want to get out of their leases. They want to get out. A business can instantly turn, particularly in a fit-out cafe or restaurant type of thing, can instantly turn from a revenue-generating business, source of income, source of money that you can work for, to a noose around your neck that can just drag you down, an anchor that can just sink you. Because those, long-term leases. So, business owners on the northern beaches are pleading for help after experiencing devastating financial losses when the region was thrown into lockdown during the year's busiest trading period. With cases still being recorded daily, New South Wales Governor Premier Gladys Berejiklian has extended the COVID-19 stay-at-home rules for the northern part of the area until at least January 9th. Ros Ingram, who owns the gym factory in Wirrawood along with her husband, said she fears the business won't survive as it lost $300,000 in the lockdown earlier in the year. This is it. Through no fault of their own, this can destroy their entire life's work. It's tough, but these things can sometimes happen. I'd look at all of the historical examples of people who've been ruined and have built themselves up again. Don't let a devastation completely destroy you. And I know that's hard to hear. All their savings have been exhausted, and the couple were also forced to sell their cars, she added. The 12 weeks we were out of operation from March, we're still trying to get out of that one, as people still haven't come back to the gym or cancelled their membership as they don't feel so comfortable, she told news.com.au. This could be the knockout round, unfortunately. We aren't a franchise, we're a family-owned gym trying to get by. I don't want to lose my house because of this. I feel like my hands are tied and it feels like I'm drowning. I don't know if I can take any more mentally. This is sad. You got to feel sorry for him. Miss Ingram, 54, called for the federal government to step up and offer business grants again, with the lockdown's continual extensions taking a huge toll on her mental health. It's the fact that we have no control, and it's something we haven't put on ourselves, she said. If our business had failed and let the gym go to rack and ruin, it's our fault. This isn't our fault. We have the QR code. We have been spending so much money on cleaning, sometimes $2,000 a week on cleaning products. We are doing social distancing, and we're back on this again. She added, I heard they're talking about doing something in January. We can't wait to January to get assistance. People won't get to that. The small businesses will be closed. For David Singer, owner of, this is the thing as well with the gymnasiums. How many people want to, the New Year resolution to get healthy? My goal for New Year's is to do a carnivore month, at Meet RX, do it for the whole month. And, I'll be getting back into my exercise routine, which I kind of slacked off on this year, but I've bought all my own, dodgy gym equipment that I've got lying around here that I'll just use. I was thinking, maybe I should go to the gym, but then I thought, wait a minute, if they lock it down, or if they have all these restrictions and rules, it won't be worth it. And I don't like the recurring monthly repayments. I'd rather just pay for the equipment myself. For David Singer, owner of Frenchie's Brasserie at Eleanor Heights, pivoting to takeaway and home packs during the last lockdown was a proud moment. But this time around, he said the financial impact had been far more severe. We're probably at least 80% down on revenue overall in the last few weeks, he said. We tried to open for takeaway on Boxing Day, and we took $43 revenue on a Saturday night. Oh boy, that's terrible. And when you're paying staff $700 or $800, it's not very viable. I mean, $43 in revenue. He's got to sack his staff. Mr. Singer, 54, said he knew quite a lot of small operators on the northern beaches that are feeling a bit left out. Everyone is doing the right thing, he said. They're closing, they're not open for sit-down dining, and many other non-hospitality businesses are doing the same as well. We are now at the point with insolvency laws due to change back to normal next week that a lot of people are going to be caught in a tough situation. And there we have it. This is something I've discussed, many times and warned about, the fact that insolvency laws are changing. This is the thing that scares me the most. Probably because I'm a small business person and I've had people stiff me on money. Actually a restaurateur owed me 15 grand. I got everything won against him, and it's just sometimes it's too difficult to track down the money. But a lot of people may not have encountered this. This is the problem. How many of these businesses are running insolvent? Because that's the thing. Insolvency simply means you're not able to pay your bills when they fall due. So they've changed the rules. So normally you could, threaten a director under the Company Act, saying, they're trading while insolvent, and have a personal, can personally take them. Because as a company, you're not allowed to trade while insolvent. If you're insolvent, you're meant to shut down in a reasonable time period. But, because of these rules, how many of them are just kicking the can down the road? How many of these zombie companies that are getting JobKeeper are not viable anymore? And here's the thing. Are we going to have calls to extend these insolvency rules? And then do you trust any business that you're working with? I'm fortunate. I'm working with bigger businesses that have paid me. I mean, sure, they're builders and they pay on their time frame, but I haven't had to worry about not getting paid this year. Where, when I was dealing with smaller, it's always the smaller ones that are the dodgy ones. But, I mean, there are a lot of people out there that are probably waiting on that money to come in. One thing we did, we scaled back our business. I got rid of the staff. I got rid of the premises. I just work literally here. The YouTubing is what I do to procrastinate from doing real work. And that means that, okay, I'm no longer in the position where sometimes you'd have people paying you late, like 60 days, 90 days. You get the money in, you've already spent it just to keep everyone on the books and to keep everything going. Because sometimes they'll pay on their times. It's even worse when they don't pay you at all. And then, Anyway, back to this. Because that is going to be... That's going to be real tough. We're going to start seeing that. Now, I predict we'll start to see a jump up in insolvencies in the first quarter of next year, particularly when the BAS bills start coming in, when the tax department starts knocking on the door. What do you reckon, guys? How are you going with that? Are you getting paid on time? Let us know in the comments. So, sending areas into lockdown without offering help is devastating and unfair, Mr. Singh said. Well, that's the problem. It's going to happen more and more, mate. Now, this is the accepted way of dealing with these illnesses. It's going to be a risk for every business. Would you want to get into the restaurant game now with this potential risk? If you're going to set up your business to be, lockdown proof. If the government has to lock down an area, there needs to be support, certainly to keep staff employed, he said. This is not going to be, unfortunately, a state burden. It has to come from the federal government. Another hospitality outfit hit hard by the lockdown was Ruka's Cafe and Catering in Newport, which with its co-owner, Shuan Peria, revealing it had lost $40,000 worth of cancelled events. Christmas and New Year's are into January. When school holidays is when we would take in about a year's salary in that couple of weeks. Oh. And we would be set for next year and have enough cash to get through winter and hire staff for busy season, he said. With the lockdown also being implemented with little warning on December 19, Mr. Pereira said he also lost around $4,000 worth of food that he had been preparing to use at a wedding the next day. Oh, no. Local businesses were just told to shut the doors, and some businesses can't survive a week without income, he said. I have credit cards maxed out and loans from family just to survive the year we had. Something as small as a 2-week lockdown means we have missed our busy season and have no chance of catching up. I mean, this could be the end of some of these businesses. That's the sad thing. And this is through no fault of their own. This is the government intervening to mitigate the spread of this virus. And you've got to understand, these are the economic consequences that we're paying. He believes the government should compensate businesses for their losses as owners are just following orders. Small businesses aren't big enough to suck up these losses with such short notice, he said. It's not just food and fitness that has suffered either. Sophie Wilson, who owns Beaches Lash Co. at Newport, said being booked out before Christmas was going to alleviate the pressure after a tough year until closure was forced upon them. In beauty, the main season is Christmas, and then January you get weddings, she said. This week, we had a booking for a wedding, and it's been cancelled, so it's a domino effect. In total, this year would have been a full quarter with zero income for the business, and you still have to pay commercial rent, and it's definitely not cheap in the northern beaches. With the lockdown end date continually moving, Miss Wilson, 36, said she had rescheduled clients 3 times, but would stop as she couldn't offer any guarantees. She added that the impact of a lockdown also lingered long after it was lifted, as people were scared to get out there. We got really busy from November, she said. We reopened in June, and then in November we felt safe, and then an outbreak happened in December, and it could happen again. You just don't know until there is a vaccine. Northern Beaches Mayor Michael Regan has started a petition calling on federal and state government to help small businesses. Well, there you have it, everyone. And this story isn't just going to be playing out in the northern beaches. This is going to be playing out all throughout Australia when businesses are locked down and where they are just hitting it. And sadly, this is now going to be a part of running a business, part of the risk. You've got to factor this in, guys. What happens if the government just suddenly locks down again? What are you going to do? What do you reckon? Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy a merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.